Okay, good afternoon guys. You see behind me insulation on 24-inch studs on center, 24-inch R13. It's California. No, it's not the Arctic. Okay, a couple days we went down to 19, but the inspection went friggin' awesome. Okay, so I told you, if you see the insulation here, unfortunately it's a two-step process. The inspector didn't say insulate and then sheetrock. The inspector said insulate, then call me back to double check. And okay, you know, big deal. He thought he was going to come tomorrow and check. And I'm like, I'm good, but I'm not that good. So you can see we've got, each one of these is about 150 square feet. We need about 350 square feet to do the job in here. And R13 will be fine, and this is faced insulation, meaning it has the paper, the heavy paper facing, it faces towards the drywall, the back of the drywall when it's installed. Am I excited? Fuck yeah! I am so excited, I'm over the moon. It went so good today. Let's talk about, let's go inside and talk about a few of the very minor things. There was no major thing that had to hold up work until it was done. Just a few minor things. I'll take you inside and tell you what I'm talking about. Like I said, the inspection went great. The guy was really nice. I mean, you come into a small place like this, and it's not like you're inspecting a 100 unit apartment house. Okay, it's an outbuilding, right? So the guy's going to be here like a total of 5 minutes. He checks the plans over here and everything. He looks at the box. He says, oh, this quality of work looks really good. And of course, I didn't do it right. I don't know. I'll pass that along to the guy that went bankrupt on the property. But he said behind the circuit breaker, we need to have a board that's going to be mounted here, not on a 2x4, not on its thin side, but on its fat side here. And he wants to see all of these wires. You know, I have wire staples here. He wants to see all these fastened down on there to keep them in good order. So that's fine. That's a simple thing. There were a few other things he came around and they said, you know, I really want to see these secured with staples on the side here. I want to, you know, he didn't even comment about this 240 volt outlet isn't even on the plan. He wants to see another staple tie back here. You know, similar to that. So he was pretty psyched up about stuff. He's just make sure that things are tied back good. He came over, he made sure that the bathroom was vented. You know, all the covers were off the outlets and everything, and he commented that when I do my electrical work, I pigtail them, and it's something I picked up from the union, meaning I just don't hook the wires into the screws on the back of the socket. I put what's called pigtails on the back of the outlets, and then I use wire nuts to hook it all together. It sounds a little weird, but it means that if you plug in a device or something like that, it'll never overheat the circuit. You know, it's a much safer way of doing things, and I picked that up from a union guy in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in the United Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. So he liked that. He just said, make sure all these things are stapled back and secured, and you know, no big deal. So he was really happy. He saw that was vented. You know, I just vented that through the vent. You know, he could have said, oh, you need to have a separate through wall vent on there, but you know, he was cool as could be. You know, the Niners won, right? And he's like, I'm a big Niners fan, and I like to make my own beer at home. And I felt like saying, well, you want to step out to the garage and you want to get your mind blown. I have about 30 gallons of whiskey out there barrel aging right now, and check out the still. But you know, I got a big mouth, Irish and shit, but I held my mouth. I didn't say anything at all, and he said, just call me back, let me know when you're ready to inspect the insulation. So we got a job to do here. As I mentioned, this is all on 24-inch centers here, these studs. So the big thing today, I got a lot of these screws and nails hanging out. I got to get all that crap removed because you can see the damage it did to me brushing into one of these things with the cut. So we're going to get that done. We're going to secure some stuff. I'm not going to worry. I want to make a lot of headway with getting the screws and crap off. So we're going to worry about you know, properly docking those wires behind there. But he said the quality of work looked outstanding for a home job. So he didn't get up or look at anything to fan things. So I was very happy. You know, nobody noticed that. Hey, where's the window? It was on the plan. You know. Sometimes the luck of the Irish, you know. All right, guys, so I'm going to get to work. We'll give you a little progress update later. Celebrate with me today. All right, thanks. What a pain in the ass. I got hundreds of these fucking things. Pardon my language. I think I'd rather get my nut hairs pulled out to do all this work, but it's got to be done. All right, we got all those friggin' screws out. Must have been hundreds of them. Took about 45 minutes. Are we done yet? No. We got a hell of a lot of nails and stuff to get out too. Nails that are nailed sideways behind the stuff. Anything that's going to interfere with a nice clean insulation placement, we want to get them the hell out of there. So we got to get those nails out. Well, you know, we're just going to drive them in for the most part, unless it's a real pain in the ass one, and then we'll pull it. All right, so stick with the program. It's only 1 o'clock. We got miles to go. Okay, you can see the pile. We got tons and tons of screws and nails in there. The last thing we really got to do is we got to clean up some of the base where it's like they use the glue to put down the drywall or seal it at the floor. So in order to have a clean install, we've got to get all of this stuff up and get it cleaned up. You know, the more time we take doing prep now, the easier this insulation and drywall job is going to be. Don't tell me you're getting tired now. Hang in there. We finished all the prep work. We got all the floor cleaned up, all the goo off of it and everything. Because we want the drywall and the flooring to go in square. I don't want to have any high spots or anything. So as we go around, you'll see we have I've cleaned up all that stuff, swept up and threw out a lot of garbage. I also got all of the nails off of the studs here, so we don't have to worry about you know, insulating. Now will be a pretty fast go here. So the next thing I want to do today is address a few of the things that the inspector talked about. I want to try to get a board, a 2x4 on a side mounted here so that I can get this wiring secured, and then staple down a few more places some of the other wiring here, so Inspector Dick will be happy. All right, so we got a bit more to go today. It's only 3 o'clock, so no quitting yet. Well, you can see we cut that first piece with the radial saw there, and that's fit in pretty good. We got to toenail it on this side, means nail it from in here, and on the other side we could probably reach it from the other side of those two 2x4s there. Okay, we'll get that secured, we'll get her stapled down, we'll make the Inspector Dick happy. Ooh, hooking them down. Like a wiring harness, huh? We done. Inspector Dick says it's gotta be done.
Why world of sports is going on around here? Alright, let's go to Ron on the cell phone. Ron, you're on KBR. What's shaking, man?
Hey, Tom, Larry, how's it going?
Good. You too.
Okay, we got the big boy here, so I did pick up some bigger staples today. I'll get them. We'll finish up the job.
Because I want to hear you talk, Ron, because I've heard these arguments.
I'll tell you what, guys, today was one of those beautiful winning days. You don't get many of them in life where like you're playing pool and every ball just lines up perfectly on pool table. Let me reward myself with a beer. I got all the wiring tied down good now. I think Inspector Dick would be very happy about that. That was his only comment, really, just making sure to tie down all that wiring on the back and go ahead and insulate. And next week, hopefully next Monday, be able to call him for he can come in himself for a Tuesday inspection. And then Wednesday might get the word to do the drywalling and all that. So we got a hell of a lot of stuff to get done over the weekend. I'd like to see this whole place insulated. You're wondering, well, what about the ceiling? Well, as we put the panels up, the drywall there, and I'll probably use a drywall lift to get that up into place. I think what I'm going to do is just get some blown insulation and blow it in on top of there, and then just put up the last panel and let her go. So it was a awesome day. Woohoo! This is for you guys. Thanks for being along today. And you know, we got miles to go in here, but you know, the politics worked for us today. And building inspector was a really nice guy. So thanks for being along today, Wednesday, January 8th.